The reason well-being is really now high up the corporate, by the way, and public sector as well, agenda is because of, if you look at the stats, very simple. Last year, the health and safety executive said that 57% of all long-term sickness absence was for stress at work. That is anxiety, depression, and stress. That is huge. It used to be musculoskeletal, backache and the like. That's down to 25% now. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is that we're increasingly measuring presenteeism. People turning up to work ill, job dissatisfied and the like, delivering no added value incidentally, but turning up because they feel job insecure in uncertain times from the recession, uncertain times from Brexit. And so that is even double the cost of sickness absence. So when you look at those kind of figures, and then you combine that with Britain being 7th in the G7 on productivity per capita and 17th in the G20, we've got a problem. We have a health-related problem and we have a performance problem. And therefore, how do we retain and develop staff? It's about talent retention. It's about attracting good people in. It's about sustainable human beings, healthy human beings. And so that is what is driving this. What's driving this is it's a bottom line issue now. It's no longer a nice to have, it's a must have.
Well, I think we all know that when we're under a lot of pressure, our health may be worse. But the data here is really quite startling. So people who have higher psychological well-being as opposed to lower psychological well-being tend to be about half as likely to catch a cold when exposed to the cold virus as other people, about half as likely to experience a major cardiovascular issue like a heart attack or stroke within a given period. And generally in a major meta-analysis of hundreds of studies, they found that people with higher sort of levels of happiness and well-being not only sort of are generally healthier, but tend to actually live longer, really quite startling. So this, our happiness matters because we care how we feel, but it also has these lifelong implications.
The Thriving at Work report showed 300,000 people fall out of work each year because of mental health. That's an enormous number of people. And for any employer, that they could be your people and your talent. And so, it just makes good business sense to ensure that, well-being is absolutely right up there, the top of the priorities. We always say people are our greatest resource. And of course, people's well-being is people's greatest resource. So, we have to make sure that we're investing in that.
Well-being and performance are intrinsically linked. So if people are not motivated, they're not feeling good about themselves, then they won't deliver well for the team. The team won't get those benefits. There's been some recent research around well-being and the importance of where mental well-being features in our motivation, and it's number one. For someone to feel happy, then the most important thing is they have good mental well-being.
Usually employees will make known that they're not happy in certain environments or with certain activities. And I think an employer that doesn't listen to the employees and actually see and hear what they're saying, then you're likely to lead to people being quite unhappy. And if you go into a culture, an environment where nobody's particularly happy, they're there because they get paid at the end of the month and they have to, it often shows. And I suspect if you then look at their sickness absence rates are far higher than organisations that take the trouble to really work and engage with their employees from a well-being perspective.